Hello everybody and welcome to the video. I am Trivial Turtle and today we're going to be talking about faction reputation and the most efficient things to buy from a gunsmith to achieve a max rank with one of the reputation people. So let's actually have a look at the Dead Orbit guy. All of them are the same, so Dead Orbit, New Monarchy and Future Occult will be all the same. I'm just factioned with Dead Orbit at the moment, so it's just easier this way. So let's have a look. So if you don't know what I'm actually talking about the material exchange section where you hand in motes of light, weapon parts, armor parts, special ammo synthesis, heavy ammo synthesis, and in this case spin metal. Now the last one actually rotates and is random every week onto what planetary material is actually present. So this week it's spin metal, it could be worm spore, it could be relic iron, but basically it's just random. So this one we're just completely not considering. But before we actually go on with this guide, if you have spare motes of light, use them to level up. If I use one right now, if I use 5, sorry, it gives you 100 XP, or reputation. That's a lot. So that is pretty much a really fast way to go. If you've got like 200 motes of light, or even more than that, I would say just spam the F out of this until you're leveled up, because it's just easier that way. So apart from that, we are going to be looking at the 4 in the middle here. So that's weapon parts, armor parts, special ammo synthesis, and heavy ammo synthesis. Ignoring spin metal for now, and then ignoring motes of light. So just these 4 in the middle is what we want to know. So, first thing we need to find out is how much reputation each of these resources actually give us. So weapon parts actually give us 50 reputation for 25 weapon parts. And then armor parts is 25 armor parts for 50 reputation again. So it's exactly the same. So these two are the same. And then special ammo synthesis, we're using 4 special ammo synthesis. You can see that at the bottom next to the little tick, and it says 99 out of 4, which means we're using 4. So you click that, and that gives us 25 rep for 4. And then the heavy ammo synthesis is only 1, and we get 25 rep. So we get 25 rep per heavy ammo synthesis. We get 25 rep per 4 special ammo synthesis. We get 50 rep per 25 armor materials, and 50 rep per weapon parts of 25 as well. So now we know exactly how much rep we get and exactly how many materials of each we are using. Let's head over to the gunsmith and actually look at how much each of these materials actually cost. Okay, so we're here at the gunsmith. Let's have a look at his stock and see which one is the cheapest, or well, we won't even know at the moment because there's so many numbers, we're going to have to work it all out. So let's start with special ammo synthesis. So it costs 250 glimmer to get 1 special ammo synthesis. It costs 950 glimmer to get 1 heavy ammo synthesis. It costs 250 glimmer to get 5 weapon parts, and 250 glimmer to get 5 armor parts. Okay, so now we know exactly how much glimmer it costs to get each of the materials we are going to be working out. So let's go to a more suitable location to work out all this maths. So we're here at Rasputin because where else would we go to bust some maths out? So let's actually work all this maths out while we're here with the big guy himself. Wow, he's actually quite big. So we're going to start with special ammo synthesis, just because it's the first on my list. There's no specific order. So we're going to go through this step by step. So what we've learned already is that 1 special ammo synthesis is 250 glimmer. And 4 special ammo synthesis gives us 25 rep, and the max rep to level up is 2,500. So that means you need 2,500 rep to rank up from 0% to what, 100%. That's pretty simple. Okay, so if we get 2,500, divide it by the 25 rep that 4 gives us, if we times it by 4 to symbolize 4 ammo synthesis, and then times that number by 250, which is the 250 glimmer, we've got a number of 100,000 glimmer. So, to rank up from 0 to 100%, it costs 100,000 glimmer if you're using special ammo synthesis. Okay, so that's the first one done. So that's quite a high mark to compare to now. That's quite a big benchmark. I think we can beat that. I believe that we can beat that. In fact, I already know we can beat that because I've already worked this out before the video, so yeah. Okay, so next we've got heavy ammo synthesis. Now, one heavy ammo synthesis costs 950 glimmer, and one ammo synthesis gives you 25 rep. And then obviously again the 2500 max rep means that if you divide 2500 by 25, which is the 25 rep, and then we don't need to times by 4 this time because there's only one, so we just straight up times it by 950, and that gives a number of 95,000, which is 5k less than special ammo synthesis, which means special ammo synthesis is worse than heavy ammo synthesis at the moment, which puts it at the bottom. I still think we can do better than that. So let's go to weapon and armor parts. Now I've clumped these two together because everything about this is exactly the same. It costs 250 glimmer to get 5 of each, and it takes 25 of each to get 50 reputation. So I may as well just lump them together into one category, weapon and armor parts. So as I just said, it costs 250 glimmer to get 5 weapon or armor parts, and then 25 weapon and armor parts to get 50 reputation from a material exchange. Now, obviously, once again, it costs 2,500 reputation to get to max rep from 0 to 100%. So let's work all this out. This one's going to be the bigger sum of all of them. So we've got 2,500 divided by the 50 reputation, and then we times that by 25 this time instead of 4 on the first time. So if you're not following, the 2,500 is the maximum rep. We divide that by the 50, which is the reputation we get from 25 weapon and armor parts, and then we times that by 250, which is how much glimmer it is, and then we divide the whole lot by 5, because 250 glimmer gives us 5 weapon or armor parts, and we get the number 62,500. So that means weapon armor parts is 62,500 glimmer to get to max rank. So that means out of all of them, weapon and armor parts are easily, by far, the most efficient way of actually ranking up a reputation package. It's not even like a small cut, so you can't even say like, I just prefer doing heavy ammo synth. It's not that much of a difference. It's a huge difference. So just from the special ammo synthesis and the weapon and armor parts, we've got a 37,500 glimmer difference. That's a whole, obviously, if you don't know, 25,000 glimmer is the maximum you can actually hold at one time. I think I'm actually holding it at the moment, unless I've bought something. Okay, no, never mind. But yeah, the maximum you can get is 25,000, which means it's going to cost you 4 max glimmers to actually get a full rank if you're using special ammo synthesis. And then if you're using weapon and armor parts, it's only going to take you 2.5 basically. So if you found this video helpful, informative or whatever, please do share it around with your friends, like the video, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will see you in my next Destiny video. Goodbye, Guardians.